over 10 million people are unemployed, and in the Western Cape, 3 out of 4 children go to school hungry. One of South Africa's most successful bands, Freshlyground, together with Ikamva Labantu and Relate, have started the Fuel to Grow campaign to raise money towards providing food for vulnerable and orphan children for the whole year of 2016. Here to tell us more about this initiative is Freshlyground's very own Kyla Rose-Smith, as well as the co-founder of Ikamva Labantu, Helen Lieberman. Ladies, good morning. Welcome to Expresso. It's so good to have you here, warming our hearts on this beautiful Friday. Now, Kyla Rose, I'm going to start with you first. Freshlyground is one of our musical treasures. We've adopted it as such. What motivated you to get involved with this amazing initiative? Because you're feeding 650 underprivileged children, if not more, yes?
Yeah, I think for us, children are the future of our country. Yeah. You know, children are the beginning of it all, and we want children to be able to grow and to be creative and to embrace their dreams. And if a child is going to school hungry, then they can't even begin to think about the bigger picture or even just to be children. Yeah. So in a very simple way, along with Relate and Ikamva Labantu, we have found a way for ourselves to lend our name to this initiative.
It's powerful, powerful, using your platform for good. Now, I'm wearing one of the bracelets here, and you know, it's absolutely beautiful, but there is some deep meaning and significance to the colors. There's a traditional Xhosa culture involved in here as well. Do you want to take us through the meaning of it?
Sure. Well, firstly, let me say that it wasn't intentional.
Yeah?
It was actually Zolani and I went into the Relate office to design this bracelet, and were given a whole lot of choices, and what came out was this bracelet that is actually the Xhosa colors. I think the brown is for the earth, the blue is for the sky, and white is the color of the Xhosa tribe. So it really represents her, and in so doing represents us.
And resonates with so many people in the country. Now, Helen, so good to have you here as well.
Thank
Helen,
you.
You've been involved with helping communities and feeding people for over 50 years now, and you've done so, you've helped over 3 million people along the way. Why is it so important to have initiatives like this in our country today?
Well, you know, our great interest is children and families, and more so now we're finding people hungry. And if we want to build a community, we have to help them feed, especially the children. But it's more about helping people to help themselves. And so if you open preschools, or you have preschools opened by mamas, and they can't feed the children are not going to learn. Equally so, we have many, many vulnerable children and orphan children. And we are trying to take 650 children through the journey of life to make them self-sufficient at the end of the day and be contributing members of South Africa. And so we start with food, because if they have no food, they can't do anything, and they won't grow.
Now, where can we get one of these? Because they cost 50 Rand, and of course 15 Rand goes to a needy child. Where are they available?
They're available at all Cape Union Mart stores, and also directly from Ikamva Labantu, and we will be selling them at our shows. And you can also go onto the website fueltogrow.org. And you can donate. If you don't want to buy a bracelet, you can also donate directly to the campaign.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kyla. Thank you, Helen, for being here. It's absolutely amazing. We all know that it takes a village to raise a child, so thank you for what you are doing. You are making such a massive difference in our country. And of course, all of us can do the same thing as well, because just a donation of 50 Rand can help save a life. And we all know that you cannot teach a hungry child. Well, it is time for us to check out what's happening on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Zoe, what's the details?